It's the NFL on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Raiders and the Jags on Sunday night.
Looks like it's going to be a pretty soggy night here at TIAA Bank Field. Rain showers, maybe an occasional clap of thunder supposed to continue throughout here in Jacksonville. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. But, Charles, a lot of optimism here in the Sunshine State about these Jaguars. They're the defending AFC South champs. They won a playoff game last year and gave the Chiefs all they could handle in the divisional round.
And last season was seen as one where they were just going to try and rebuild and regroup. And they did all of those things and then exceeded expectations. Quietly, they've amassed a lot of talent, and they expect to make another run in their division.
And then for the Raiders, this is a tough team to figure out. They stumbled home to a 6-11 finish last year. But you say if they want to turn things around, it has to start on the defensive end.
It certainly does. And while they've had some dynamic pass rushers along the way, they've needed more, and they've added them now in free agency and the draft, as well as some new faces on the back end to help shut down people throwing the football.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft in his third season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
Last year we got the Trevor Lawrences. So many tapped to be the savior of the Jaguars. He broke 4,000 yards for the first time and threw 25 touchdown passes and guided his team to the playoffs. This young man, he's been good since the first time he picked up a ball in Youth League. They expect nothing less from him again this season.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On second down, here's Lawrence. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And that's caught inside the 35. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 42 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Lawrence. Incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play, nerves come into play, and despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
On second down, Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence. The left side completion to Jones. Touchdown! Zay Jones from 19 yards away. And the Jags put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they liked, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
It's another typical season for Jimmy G last year. When he was out there, he was excellent, leading the 49ers to 7 wins and throwing 4 times as many touchdowns as interceptions. Then the injury bug bit again. But Las Vegas, they're counting on him being able to do the exact same thing they saw in San Francisco, but avoiding injury while doing so.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Josh Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And finding Keelan Cole. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. 23 yards on the play. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's what it is. That's what it is, baby.
Jaguars 6-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower to those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. ETN up the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, ETN. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Lawrence going to get this to ETN. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On the draw, here's Lawrence. And he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Now, they were going draw play there. The defense wasn't fooled. They sniffed it out.
I think they're going to have to go back and take a few more acting classes, because that's what a lot of that is. You've got to influence them to think that it's going to be a pass play and have them drop out and maybe the defensive front coming forward and find yourself some space. In this case, no one was fooled and ended up spilling that play pretty well.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And this would be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They run. It's Johnson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
The kick by McManus is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A nice carry by Jacobs, who's coming off a career year, just when it seemed like Vegas may have been ready to move on from him. Led the NFL with over 1,600 yards and was more than deserving of his first All-Pro selection.
Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Lawrence will throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Bad news, they didn't get it on 2nd down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the 1st down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. On the return, here's Agnew.
Holding, receiving team.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. And they'll go again with ETN. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this 1st half of football so far. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
Looking to throw. Lawrence toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Pass incomplete.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on third down.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Again, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk on the receiving end of that touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point from McManus is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Carter now on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Raider offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He gets this to Devontae Adams. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here's Carter now on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time, The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Garoppolo. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 50 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. It's Myers again with another catch. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second and 1 now from the 21. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that's complete to Adams. And Devontae's going to have a Raiders first down as he's down inside the 15.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. Carlson now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. To return, here's Agnew. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
And it's complete right back to Ridley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. The slot man in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. 61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lawrence. His throw incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The Jags' new kicker for 2023, Brandon McManus, on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by McManus is good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way full steam, and he broke that one up.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, here's Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Lawrence will throw. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Las Vegas's offense back out there ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, Etienne, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Etienne once more. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. On the return, Carter. A nice little juke. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. 72 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Garoppolo looks to throw. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. On play action, now Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
It'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. At about the 32. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
On play action, it's Garoppolo.
That one into the hands of Adams downfield.
It's a gain of 35.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. A dump off here to Bolden. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 81 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
I used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Carlson able to put this one through. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. And it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. Now Lawrence on first down. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell.
That may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. They find some open. There he goes, right side.
Loose inside the 30.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Dearness Johnson, 64 yards.
And the Jaguars use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And then his guys will take a 10-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So Garoppolo and the Raiders now
Down by 10, a minute 44 to go. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. He's got him in, complete.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
Well, this game's not done just yet. A big conversion there on 4th down and a big gainer as well. They're going to have to play perfect football from here and get all the breaks, but at least they're giving themselves a shot.
Gets it downfield to Mayer.
Of course, course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Here's 1st and 10.
To throw is Garoppolo.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Here comes 2nd down.
Now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down.
Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
One final try now for Garoppolo.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.